from the frequencies in use, and we consider that harmful, malicious interference if they try to force their way into our QSO.
That's not
Do you understand what I'm saying, Philip?
Well, I'm
That
just
is
telling
in
you,
the rule
you were
book.
taking audio
And so this is a private QSO in between me and you right now.
audio.
But if somebody that we know wants to join us, they're more than welcome. But right now, this is a QSO between you and I. We got this frequency.
Audio is really bad stuff.
You know, and we got somebody in here that's causing harmful and malicious interference.
A lie. All frequencies are shared, Clyde.
You understand what I'm saying, Philip?
Yeah, he's not.
You know, you and I got this frequency, and right now, we're getting maliciously interfered with, Philip. I mean, they've done it, Joe.
Yeah, he's calling Joe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd just ignore him, Clyde. He's not really all that strong with me. Must be somewhere over close by you. Like I say, you know, I'm running quite a well, you know, I'm comfortable running what I'm running, but you know, like I say, you know, with that one wire, you know, it's not up 70 feet on both ends right now. It's only 70 feet on one end, and it's about 35-40 feet on the other end. So I guess I've essentially got a sloper at the moment, Clyde. So hopefully the signals are sloping in your direction. Go ahead.
Well, my gosh, man, you 30 DPOS now. You got one heck of a signal in here, Joe.
No one will tell him.
Yeah, that's that trashy LD Malta amplifier. All the old timers here, they talk so much junk about my trashy LD Malta amplifier. They don't like them things for some reason. I don't understand. I mean, that thing, man, it's like a Timex. Keep talking on it until it's done what it comes here to do. What do you think?
That is right, man. I like the LD Moss amplifiers. I think they're cool, man. I think that's a next best thing to a pocket on a shirt.
Yeah, they gotta be Clyde's audio with, but no, unfortunately, I'll have to get out there this weekend and readjust that one side of that wire and raise it on up. I'm also I've got some other antenna ideas I want to kind of goof around with, but anyways, all that mess is on the back burner now because now I got to fix this antenna. This is my primary antenna, my favorite one that I normally use. So yeah, and I've already been down to 40 meters, and I checked the wave on it after the storm. The 40 meter section is just fine. He's been having any kind of effect on it at all either. So that's really a good thing. I noticed a little bit of difference in the wave on this band here, but not much.
Okay, you've already said that.
Not extreme, you know, not enough to raise up at all in any kind of danger level. So yeah, you know, if it were, you know, I'd switch off the LD Moss amp and I'd switch back over to that SB220. You know, those tubes are very forgiving. You know, if you had any kind of wave at all, you know, that'd be my option of what I'd, you know, choose to run. You know, in the event of an SWR issue. You know what I mean? Just call it a little bit more forgiving, and you know, those 3500Zs, them things will take a while to finish. You know.
Yes, sir. You're correct there. You're very correct there.
They're only
and I'll tell you another thing. If that SWR wasn't right, that LD Moss would be kicking out on it because they set them at low SWRs. Because that would heat the board up on the LD Moss, and them fans would be kicking on, and thermal would get them. And that's why they set the SWR bill low on them. And that tells me that you A-OK on that LD Moss. And because you had a bunch of SWR in there, that thing would automatically kick out. You know, it'd go into default.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, thing, I tell you, it's really, no one will tell you they build an amplifier like that, Clyde. You know, it's got SWR protection, it's got overdrive protection, it's got Let's see, SWR, thermal, overdrive. I mean,
totally wimpy.
It's about idiot-proof, and, you know, I'm a pretty good...
Hey, is this here frequency in use?
Yeah, you're educating Tony there. I mean, that man got an IQ about 5. I tried to ask him some questions on 40 meters, and that man is pathetic. I don't know how he got his license. He probably memorized the answers, never read the questions, and why that is the correct answer.
When there was no...
He didn't know the control point of his radio. He thought it was his microphone when it was his on and off button, where he's sitting, standing, or laying. When he energizes that radio, that is his control point of his radio. And he said it was his microphone. Now, how dumb can he get?
Hey, Clyde, hang on just a second. I'll be right back.
An old CB or coal miner,
Okay.
He's what we call a hilltard. Hilltard, that means hillbilly retard.
Can you copy mine?
He's got a terrible audio profile in there now. He just keeps messing with it. And no one will tell him the truth, because the truth is, Clyde, your audio's all messed up. Go back and set it at flat. Flatten everything up. Start over.
Yeah, this is Mike overnight. Been a while since I've talked to you. You remember me?
Yes, sir. I sure do, Mike. How you been doing there, big guy?
I talked to thousands of amps. Most of them are retarded. And I forget them as soon as I talk to them because...
oh, man, I heard you been in the hospital. But we got some plumbers in here right now. I told them the frequency was in use. And they don't know. They think they can jump on any frequency and start their stuff out, Mike. But, man, I hate hearing that you've been in the hospital.
Is this frequency in use?
Yes, this frequency is in use.
Oh, I thought he died.
It's not in use.
Mike, other than that, have you been doing okay there, Tal?
Yes. Is that frequency in use?
No, the frequency is not in use. You could use it at any time.
Never did hear you. There was some stuff going on here the other night, too.
Frequency is all shared, and we all must cooperate.
I just want to say...
Rosemary...
yes, this frequency is in use.
PC enforcement.
And I consider anybody else interfering with this frequency. This is ongoing case over here, and now, please be quiet.
And Rosemary Harold, who was head of FCC enforcement...
A bunch of plumbers came in here and wanted to know frequencies in use. I told them yes. And one named AC1DD keeps running his mouth. But anyhow, Mike, I'm glad to hear from you. I sure am down there in Huntington. And you sounding pretty good here on 75 meters.
Are wrong.
Okay, we'll set you...
You don't own anything in amateur radio. You're just another licensee.
KCA, FCC. We'll catch you a little bit later on, Mike, and you have a real good one. And don't forget to come back, because I really enjoy talking to you, Mike.
Well, Rosemary Harold, who was head of all of
73, God bless, man. Come on back,
I'm talking commercial radio, I'm talking cellular, all of amateur radio, all of enforcement. Rosemary Harold made a statement in 2019 and said that all amateur radio frequencies are shared. No one owns them.
Well, I got control of this one right now, and you are not welcome. Y'all consider that harmful and malicious interference when I'm trying to talk to someone and you keep running your job. So please leave and leave abruptly, because you're causing harmful malicious interference here.
That's not
now
true
go.
at all. Harmful interference has been determined by the FCC field engineers as someone playing recordings over and over in an attempt to...
No, harmful malicious interference is when you come in here messing with my QSO, knowing that Joe and I have control.
I was trying to get through in that hill-tard Clyde
and try to...
walking all over me.
That is harmful and malicious interference. And you done got a letter about it. So now quit.
Channel master on CB radio. If you guys were around in the
There's over 3,000 frequencies, and you can pick another one to go play your little game with.
frequency
ABHKY. Now leave.
controlled the game in a certain little town on a certain frequency. They were kind of the gatekeeper. Well, that doesn't exist in amateur radio.
Sure it does. I'm the gatekeeper of this one. Now go.
They still believe that once they get on a frequency, they control it. They do not.
You better read your FCC Part 97 book again.
I've read Part 97 about 50 times.
Well, you better read it 50 more times because you can dull or learning.
Enforcement case
You're not accepting what Part 97 says.
Where an operator comes onto a frequency and is talking with other operators and he gets busted for intentional interference. It does not happen. The only intentional interference that occurs is when somebody starts playing a recording over and
you've
over
been doing that too, so go.
to block communication. That's intentional interference. Talking is not intentional interference.
Why does he keep going on, Clyde? Keep it down, why saying good evening.
Hey,
You don't understand the rules, Clyde. I mean, Rosemary
drop by and say hi.
She was
Man, I'm glad you do.
of FCC
Lord have
enforcement.
mercy, Joe sitting here interfering. I got to say, I'm the gatekeeper of this frequency. Just like it says in Part 97 when you're in a QSO with someone, and Joe had to go. Had taken on KW4CK, had to go. Me and him was in QSO, and Joe came in here with his daggone kept a talking.
He did
Kept a talking and kept a talking. And daggone, I'm glad you sure came in here. So now, man, you got control of this frequency.
That's what you don't get. Everybody with a license.
I don't know why he wants to come and bother you. This seems to be something that he's got a vendetta or something against you because he keeps bugging you. He quit bothering everybody else and been hanging out with you.
He was down there on the 191 today on 40 meters running his mouth.
You've got to share, Clyde. You don't own anything.
I know I don't own a frequency, but I can control a frequency because I was the first one here.
Control a frequency.
You know, he thinks he can go in there and
control
interrupt
a
nets
frequency.
and this and that and trader nets and
This
this
is
and
a
that.
round table discussion.
Interfere with south cars and east cars and mid cars.
That's a lie.
And run his mouth. And he thinks
He doesn't understand the
interfere with
rules.
us.
He just simply
You
doesn't
don't know how many
understand the
complaints
rules.
has been filed against that man.
Clyde believes when he comes on a frequency that he owns that frequency.
But Wedge is waiting over there doing the same stuff, and they finally just gave up arguing with him and just let him go in there and talk.
That's the best thing when you talk.
Just best thing to do is just ignore him and
That's why I'm saying that man never won't face service in my life. That's the worst one I ever seen.
He's managed to mess it up. He just keeps messing with it every day. I'm making a little change.
You guys, sanctioning is a good thing, Clyde. Well,
I'm just trying to tell you what Rosemary Herald, the common spelling, Rosemary Herald, H-A-R-O-L-D,
I'm not even paying no attention to what that man got to say.
who was head
Because somebody says, you know, all the frequencies got to be shared.
2019,
That don't
when
mean
she was
squat.
commenting
It ain't in writing.
on a radio
I don't care what they say.
finally
They made a mistake saying this and saying that. It's not in Part 97. And so, Joe takes advantage of what somebody said that's not printed in Part 97 of the FCC Rules and Regulations.
You don't think
And he
that
thinks he
matters
can
at
come
all?
in here and take
You know
over
who
on
she was
Tuesday.
talking to?
Man, he's got 3,000 frequencies he can go to, and he needs to get to one. I don't know.
She was talking to every radio
Nobody
amateur
wants to wherever he goes, that's for sure.
All radio amateur frequencies are
That's right.
shared.
I don't know what's
Amateur
wrong with
radio
him. That's the
operators
most
must
stupidest man ever
cooperate
walked the face
in
of the
the
earth.
efficient use of
I see he finally got his QRZ page fixed.
Think about that.
He got back on QRZ so he could act like he's human again, I guess.
Well, I'm back on
boy,
Joe
did he
and
finally get
Never
back on
Man.
QRZ?
That was just
Sure
another
enough.
lie by
Sure
Clyde
enough, huh?
and his little buddies. I was never banned from QRZ. I took
Man,
my
oh,
stuff
man.
off.
That one time they banned him from QRZ, and I think he sucked his way back in there.
For stalking.
He's a Biden shoe licker. Now he's a QRZ shoe licker.
Well,
And I don't know what else.
talk about the problems we have in
And they say that he's the head or the president of the Men's Boy Love Club and wants donations for it.
You need to look up his QRZ page and get a kick out of his bio.
One of you boys is dead in my yard this morning.
Well, he's got a little bio on there.
Yeah, he complains about all the sea beers that's on here, and he's the one that acts like it.
As things progress.
I don't see why all them farmers don't fathom a frequency and go to it.
40 years.
And some of them, they do another farmer come along and corner them, and they say, man, come on in, we corner stage, so they could have him a big frequency.
Oh, absolutely.
Never been allowed to get into this hobby. Got into the
I don't
hobby
think he's
because
got
the
a brand
FCC had a
one,
lot
but
of pressure
all
on
them
them.
farmers lick his shoes, so,
Microphone.
and he wears loafers because he ain't got no sense to tie his shoes.
Well, think about it.
he uses them
Clyde being in
flip-ons.
this hobby, he doesn't even know Ohm's law. Ask him a simple question about Ohm's law, and he won't be able to answer it.
And his cronies there asked him the control point of the radio, and they said the microphone, the ones that follows him around. And they got IQ about 5.
Well, Clyde,
When you energize your radio at your control point,
This frequency in the
control point, it could be remote and energize that radio.
personnel watching over your shoulder.
What do you call it?
It's a short-hatchy microphone.
You would have never gotten in, Clyde.
And that's the type of cronies that lets old Joe's daggone shoes.
Get yourself that
The type of people that like old Joe and follow Joe from frequency to frequency climbing.
Hello, radio. I don't know what Clyde's looking for when he starts.
Then the test was too hard, so we kept making it simpler. Then we published the test, so you could take the test over and over again until you memorized all the answers.
I don't know how specific.
And that's when we got people like Clyde
Down
and
to the radio, was it the antenna, was it the coax, was it the frequency, Clyde?
See, now they want to know if it was the antenna. I asked them the control point of their radio. I didn't ask them about the antenna, the coax, and nothing. I said, where is the control point of your radio? And that is as specific as you can get. Old Tony there didn't know.
The Citizen Band radio was meant for people like Clyde.
And it meant for Eric, it was meant for his clowning.
Clyde, when he's ready
Yeah, don't pay attention to him, Clyde. You're just wasting your time and getting upset. I just ignore him and go on, and he's fine. He likes to think that he's something. I don't. Everybody knows what he is, but anyway,
That's right.
we don't need to pay attention to him.
Everybody knows I'm
That's right. Or his clowning.
amateur radio operator. I'm a fully degreed
he got a bunch of Chinese with him.
University degrees.
Man, oh man.
50 years.
There's something else.
That's what I am.
Well, there's one of these days, Clyde, it all worked out anyway. You know that.
Oh yeah. One of these days it's gonna all work out.
Again, like he did.
Eric, I've been to go some with my audio. Does it sound okay to you?
All night long, there were people
A little different, but okay. I kind of like it.
laying on the floor after he consumed.
Yeah, I took out some of that mid-range and I took out a little bit of that bass because I took out the mid-range. And I left the highs where it's at. So it sounds okay on you?
Constantly talking about
Yep, that's
audio,
fine
which
to me.
is, that's
And,
kind of like the
actually, you're cutting
hobgoblin
through all the
of a
credit pretty
CBer.
well.
They constantly
Well, you are too, man. You're 20 over.
there's a very good
And
reason
then
for it.
Eon's out
The audio is insane.
that's around 100 watts, man. They about the S7, S8.
Start playing with big amplifiers.
And the one with the squeaky
Playing with
voice
audio, you get a little
Joe Kelly on there. He got kicked out of the Young Guinea Club.
Yeah.
Junior.
Well, I did a little antenna change last weekend. I put up, I've got two antennas now. I put up an aluminum pole, 3-inch in diameter and 58 foot long. I got it isolated and fed it with a 9-to-1 balun, using it for similar to a long wire, but also as my center support for my super loop. So I got the super loop up there, and that's what I'm operating off of here is the super loop. Really like the antenna.
Did you buy a loop
Okay,
antenna?
are you
Did
taking
you really buy it?
and skidding it back and cutting it into and taking one part to ground and then taking the other part and grounding it against the center of the coax?
Low bands is ridiculous.
I grounded I put in a ground rod underneath the pole of the mast, and that's what I got it tied to. I don't have any counterpoise on it yet. Just using it, like I say, just as a long wire. And for those of you that are curious, no, I did not buy any antennas. Everything I have, I built. So I don't buy antennas. I don't need it. And even my baluns, I wind myself. So there you go. And everything seems to be working out. So with that, really enjoyed the project. Other than the fact that I about broke my daggone shoulder when I dropped the pipe on me, but slipped out of my hand, come down on my shoulder. About took me to the daggone ground, Clyde.
AB8K1, I'm a bit daggone, Eric, man. And I tell you what, we're getting up there in age. You better watch dropping them poles on your shoulder like that. Daggone, they're liable to break it.
Yeah, I wondered about that. It's been sore for a week. It's finally starting to work its way out. But yeah. Anyway, at 58 feet, it tunes up real nice. It works smooth as all get out. 40 meters works well on 20. Works well on 17. So I can even tune it here, and it plays pretty well. I lose a little bit of receive compared to the loop, but super loop I like really well because it's up vertical. The balun's about 20 feet off the ground, and the apex of the loop, or the height top line of the loop, is, of course, it's about 56 feet. So it's doing pretty well.
Oh yeah, man, I've still got the measurements around here somewhere on the super loop. That's an upside down triangle, and then you break it at the top and put so much ladder line in there, and then at the bottom where it comes to a point.